how diligent preparedness and readiness sets you apart from everyone else. In this video, I want to talk about how to pursue excellence by doing what the vast majority of people don't do, and that is simply taking a little bit of time to prepare before you go into something. And in this video, I'm going to share with you a secret which I am pretty embarrassed by when I'm recording this video, and well, I'll be open and transparent about what that secret is, and then you can either laugh at me, or you can support me, or you can think I'm a hypocrite, or whatever it is. So before we jump in, I'm Sam. I'm the co-founder of Kingdom Impact Lab along with my wife Tatum, and we are on a mission to help people in their lives and business pursue Christlikeness. And the reason is because we want to reflect Christ in our own character and actions, and in everything that we do. And the framework that we use for this is LIGHT, which stands for love, integrity, generosity, humble service, and transformative excellence. And we are trying to help people find practical ways to apply each of these Christ-like virtues in their day-to-day lives and in their business. So over long periods of time, you are on your journey, you're climbing up your own Jacob's ladder, so to speak, towards becoming Christ-likeness. And for me personally, I'm focusing on helping people in the context of business and finances, which is my area of expertise. So let's dive into this video about preparing diligently when others don't. So the core concept of this video here is that spend a little bit of time before you do something to prepare. Most people don't. And the little story that I want to tell you, the embarrassing story, is that I got these video titles with help from ChatGPT to generate ideas on how to practically apply excellence. On Sunday I went through them, I printed them all off, I flipped through them, printed them out. Yesterday, Monday, is where I have my day of rest, so I try not to think about anything business so I can relax and recuperate. And then this morning comes along, which are Tuesday mornings when I schedule for videos, and then I get caught up doing a few other tasks and then realise, I need to record the videos. So I get the video titles out and I start to record. So I'm the person recording a video about preparing diligently and being ready for things, who hasn't spent too much time preparing on what to talk about in these videos. Whoops. I can say that light-heartedly, but in terms of the preparation, it's not like I'm coming in completely unprepared. I've been exploring this framework and researching this framework for the best part of a year. I've spoke about how to actually apply the pursuit of excellence, love, integrity, humble service, radical generosity, etc. in so many videos and things. I've got 2 pages of notes on excellence directly in front of me, so it's not that I haven't prepared for it at all. It's just that I haven't spent the required amount of time which I would have loved to have spent preparing for this video in an ideal world to do it. It just, with the time frame that I have, and practically speaking, in order to get the videos done and the other things so I can go for the run before my wife and kids get up, just the way it is. So what does it mean to prepare diligently? So what you can do is, before you do something, if you're doing a video, if you're doing a live session, a coaching call, a consulting call, if you're doing whatever it is, take notes beforehand so you know what you're actually doing, what you're actually going to talk about. Spend some time thinking about it, write things down. Whether you actually refer back to your notes or not is another thing. But if you sit down and you jot things down, it's there and you can refer to it, just kind of like what I've done quickly here. In order to prepare to the best of your ability, what you can do is you can anticipate questions that might arise, objections people might have in terms of different interactions, especially if you're working one-on-one with someone. And you can then anticipate what challenges, problems, obstacles, hurdles they may have, and you can already prepare solutions for them. So if you're in a situation and you're expecting someone to say they're struggling with this, this and this, well, you can do a bit of research beforehand to uncover, well, okay, these are symptoms of an underlying problem. What is the underlying problem that this person's having, and what would be a practical solution to treat the underlying problem, rather than just giving a painkiller or so to treat the symptoms of what someone's currently experiencing. And this comes with time and experience, and the more people you work with and interact with, the deeper your intuition is about what these things are. And it's always going around with your eyes open, looking for things that align with your area of work, your area of expertise and speciality in your business. And if you actually open your eyes and look, you will see situations in the real world around you which people are experiencing the problem that you solve, or symptoms of a problem that you solve. And if you're diligent, you can pick these things up and take notes of them, and then look at them afterwards, and you can identify what the underlying cause of the problem is. So for me, it's just there's a side tangent here in terms of preparation, is that with Kingdom Impact Lab, over the last few months, we've kind of gone through a few refinements of what our central hypothesis behind the company is, because research lab, we are, to align with my gifts, we are pursuing active research, so we can uncover scalable, systematic frameworks that are universal and people can apply to get results, especially busy people, and actually test and find ways to make this work so people can implement it. And we have, on the surface, to anyone looking in, been flipping around from here to here to here to here to here kind of thing. But the reality is that we come up with a hypothesis, we do a bit of research, test it, and then we kind of find something's not quite right here. And so we then refine it, and then we repeat the process again, do a bit of research, look around, open our eyes and ears to what's happening around us so we can pick things up. And then we go back to the central hypothesis and refine it, and yeah. Well, what we've actually found is all of the things that we were looking at before in the past, I mean a couple of months ago, at the time of recording, is the people that we want to work with and the problems that we want to solve, and very real problems, but then actually symptoms. It's, for a lack of a better way to do it, is that what we've actually been looking at is sort of like, it's sort of like with cancer, for example, that cancer has a set of symptoms. And so what we initially started to look at was, let's say it's the symptoms associated with cancer, but the cancer's on the liver. And then we refine things, and then we think, okay, so what we're actually looking at now is it's the symptoms of cancer, but it's cancer of the internal organs. And now what I've kind of uncovered recently is that, well, here are more symptoms, and what we're looking at now is cancer across the entire body. And so the point I'm trying to make is that all of the things we've looked at before are symptoms of an underlying problem, and that underlying problem can affect different people in different situations at different times. And that's kind of what we're realising now. And so when we've gone through this cycle of clarity, refining, research, refine, that is an act of resilience. Not resilience, that is an act of diligence. And it now means that because we are aware of what the underlying cause of the problem is, and in this case here it seems to all be pointing to a misalignment between who you are as a person and what your actions are on the outside, which aligns with Beatitude number 6, blessed are the pure in heart. The blessed Beatitude 6 in the Sermon on the Mount, and everything points back to that. And so business owners with a high ticket offer who experience X, Y, and Z, it points back to the misalignment. Christian professionals that are operating in the workforce and can't integrate the faith and business, and all of these problems, again, misalignment between who you are as a person, what you do on the outside, and likewise all of the other things. The point is, I'm trying to make by explaining that in another way, but hey, I'm okay with it because I know no one's probably watching, so hey. The point is that because I've gone through that process of diligence and clarification and preparedness, I'm able to go around in the world and have interactions with people, and not even, this is just general interactions with people that we meet, talk to, just observing people, and I'm able to then pick up things intuitively which either align with or go against what my hypothesis is, and it's this compounding over periods of time which is what's led to the preparedness, and it's this level of diligence of where you just go deeper and deeper and deeper down the hole to get the clarity and refinement, which is essentially how you can be prepared in any situation. And that's why at the start of the video I kind of laughed and said, well, hey, I'm not prepared for this video, but the actual fact is, just because I didn't spend 30 minutes going through and researching in depth on what to speak and how to say it and how to present it, it neglects the fact that for the last year or so I've been deep studying what this framework is and refining things. So I'm in a position where I can record the video without too many notes and then explore the video in a way that's developing my own understanding of what this topic is. So that's fun. Well, I've gone a little bit off topic there, but okay. So let me recalibrate back to the point of this video, which is being diligent and preparing diligently, and that's what's going to set you apart. If you can identify what the underlying problem is, then you will be able to recognize the symptoms, and different people will have different symptoms of the same underlying problem. And if you are aware of what the underlying problem is with the people that you are helping, you can then anticipate what problems they may have. You can anticipate the pains and struggles they may be experiencing, and more importantly, you can then consider the likely solutions that would work for this particular person in this particular moment in time. So you can anticipate personalised solutions for this individual based on their personality. And the way to practically apply that is, this is something that I try to do, and that is that with people that I talk to or interact with, I try to keep a sheet with details and information on them. So when I go back to communicate with them in the future, I can quickly look over the notes that I've already made on them in the same way a doctor does on a patient. And so you're then in a position where instantly you are recalibrated about a specific person that you're talking to, and then it allows you then to leverage your gifts and expertise and in order to help that person you're dealing with in the best possible way. And it's as simple as just keep a record of people and the things that they talk about. And one thing to include in the record as well is ask them about the spouse and the kids, and make a note of the kids and their ages and the spouse's name, and then ask about them by name when you talk to them. And people will then be shocked that you can remember them, because not many people would. And that's how to do it. Very long-winded, I know, and I went on a big side tangent, but hey, that is what it is. That's all. See you next time.